All right, let's just fucking get this shit started. I need to go to bed. Let's just fucking go.
Maybe.
All right. Yeah, podcast. Ooh, yeah. No shitting around this time.
No dog dicking around this tree.
Yeah. Okay. What the fuck do we have to talk about? Because it's kind of been boring this week. But I mean, it's boring, but there's still things to talk about that are interesting. So, yeah.
Like Black Hole Midnight Suns.
Mm-hmm. Let's start with that. Yeah.
That sounds cool. What you said.
You know, it doesn't sound cool.
Sounds like the next Pearl. It sounds like the deluxe edition of that Pearl Jam album. Oh, no, sorry, Pearl Jam. Oh my god, I called it Pearl Jam.
Soundgarden.
Oh, Soundgarden. Oh my god. Sorry, I forgot about my '90s boomer nostalgia.
Yeah. No, you've lost your privileges.
All right, you're right. Okay.
You lost your '90s rock privileges.
I've lost my privileges.
I knew
all right. Okay, let's start. Okay, so. Yeah,
I'm proud of you, my son. You did good.
Well, we'll start with Marvel's Midnight Suns. The gameplay reveal happened earlier this week, and it pretty much looks nothing like we expected, though kind of like what we expected. I don't know. Did anyone have a card game on their bingo list for what this game was going to be? I didn't.
No,
that's for sure.
Not at all.
It wasn't last on what I thought was going to happen, but it definitely wasn't top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I saw that it was going to do a card-based loot system, I thought I was like, okay, card-based. You equip different people with cards, and it gives them different stat boosts.
No, it's the hello I like money card thing.
Not their actual attacks. So that means you can go through the entire game with like Ghost Rider. With all normal attacks, with all sucky attacks, there is a percentage chance that you will
not get good cards. Yes, because it's a completely random loop-based system, which is never good in games like this, where it's like, okay, your encounters and your drops are kind of probably going to be shit. Like the only game that's ever done a random loot system, or 2 games that have ever done random loot systems good, are Diablo and Borderlands. The only 2 series that have ever done it well. Every other series, it's been shit.
I mean, the thing in like Diablo and I just forgot the other game.
Borderlands.
Yeah. Like at least defense in them, it's the whole game.
That's like literally the game. Is just finding random gear. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas like other games, it's kind of just like an extra. Or like, hey, give us $20.
No, I mean,
if you're Battlefront 2.
There are some games where it's just outright, like Destiny, where it's just outright bad. Where like,
it came to my head.
Yeah, like there are some games where it's the core of it, but it's not good, or the grinding just doesn't work to the effect that it should. Where you're spending hours grinding for shit, or so you're doing a raid battle, right, in Destiny 1 or even in Destiny 2, and you get worse loot drops than the guy who pulled like less than half the weight that you did in the raid. And then you encrypt an engram that should be like fucking purple, and it gets you a fucking blue cosmetic, a blue fucking cosmetic. No, like
for not your character.
For not your character. Some shit like that. Oh my god.
You ever played Titan and gotten all the warlock cosmetics you could possibly get in a single raid? Huh? You ever
can't trade?
Nope. Nope. You're just fucking stuck with it.
Yeah. So like Midnight Suns, it seems to kind of almost be in a way combining. I don't know. It's like fucking Hearthstone and Valkyria Chronicles or some shit.
Midnight Suns.
Yes, Midnight Suns.
Midnight Suns.
It doesn't really look great.
Like with the card bit, like they went to Twitter and said the cards won't be microtransactions. You want to put real money into getting these cards. And it's like, okay. You failed to say something like there won't be it at all. It's just like, oh, to get the cards, you won't have to pay. Okay, so that means you're going to be able to get cards in game by playing story, by getting like other in-game currency, just by doing missions and stuff. But you're going to be able to put in real money to get cards.
Plausible deniability.
Yes, exactly.
No. Listen,
exactly.
this is a lose-lose situation. Because either they're gonna make it so that the chances of getting decent to usable cards are gonna be so fucking small and insignificant. You are going to spend countless upon countless hours of grinding and sitting there and doing something you don't want to do to get something that will help you possibly progress, or you sit there and you pump cash into a game that fucking sucks.
Yep. Yeah, $100 and you only get grays for a character you don't use.
Well, I mean, if there's no microtransactions, maybe it'll be okay. Maybe they'll just give you like story-based cards that will, be things that can at least carry you at the bare minimum if you don't get good cards randomly. But even then, like, I feel like if you're going to have a strategy game, right, a game that's based on strategy, having a random card system doesn't help strategy. It's never good to have random elements in games of strategy. Just look at Pokemon. Pure example. Like games that are built upon the user creating scenarios and trying to figure out gameplay puzzles essentially through the tools that they are provided is only made a good game if they have a say in what those tools are. If you're just randomly throwing them things that don't necessarily mesh up well, or that they're very limited to because they're just given like random ass shit, it's not going to help them strategize better in a battle. I don't know, like if I want to build my Captain Marvel to be a certain way, but then like I only get shit cards for Captain Marvel that don't really synergize well with each other. What's the strategy in that, right? Like what's So I mean, that's just the one problem I have with this type of thing. That, and I also don't like the fact that you can only have 3 heroes out at once on a field. That seems like way too small for the roster size that there is.
Like you show all these people, everyone coming by and start naming people. It's like, pick 3.
And one of them's probably going to have to be your fucking player created character. So it's more like 2. Like.
Plus, you have to factor in that there's some missions they're going to make it so that you have to have a certain character added. Like, you have to have Wolverine. You're going to have fucking Blade. You're going to have someone that goes with you on that journey. So they're going to be fucking missions where it's 2 characters.
I'm pretty sure the side missions, you're going to be able to pick anybody. Unless the side mission was given to you by a specific person, then you'll have to use them. But it's like, what if you force me to have a character in a story mission that I didn't get any cards for?
I do,
and it's near the end of the game.
What the fuck if I have Doctor Strange and I'm like fucking and he just comes up to me in a basalt dude rage. He's like, "Come on, man! I gotta get out there! I gotta help! I gotta do that! Morty, I gotta help!" Like he's got like he and you have nothing. You have literally nothing for him. You know what you do? Fucked. You are
You're gonna have to go back and grind that one side mission that was kind of hard, but it gave you a bunch of currency which you can use to get cards in hopes that you get some Doctor Strange cards. Or I don't know how the rarity of the cards, like I don't know if you can get like a laser beam, gray, green, purple, like all the rarities, and it just makes it stronger, or if the cards are gonna have levels. Because if you can start the game and you get like a legendary for like Captain Marvel,
that's a pre-order bonus.
No, Blade's outfit is. But if you get like a energy beam with Captain Marvel, that does a ridiculous amount of damage and inflicts them with like radiation that does a ridiculous amount of damage. Then it's like, okay, why would I ever have anybody else on my team? Or if they're going to do it by, hey, this person's this level, do it, you're going to get here. Or you put in these currency, so you'll get it up to this level. Or if it's just going to be it does a set amount of damage. Go through the game. It just doesn't feel well thought out.
RNG in any strategy-based game is always just a big fat F. Don't ever do that. I don't understand why companies feel like they have to do it. You know what it does? It takes away agency. When you take away agency from the people who pay money to play your game, especially if there's microtransactions, people are gonna fucking hate you because you did something that doesn't benefit the players. You pieces of garbage.
once this game comes out, and everyone's going to be like, it's such a grind to get cards. It's such a grind to get cards. Oh my God, I can't get cards. Oh my God, I can't. You know what they're going to add? Microtransactions.
And then they're going to drop that game like a hot sack of shit.
It's going to be like $20 for 10 random cards.
You want COD,
Engrams?
No.
Let's say 10 cards. $10 for 10 cards. Random. $15
Oh, no.
for 5 cards for a specific character.
Fucking sports loot packs.
No, they
like
don't put
2K.
They don't put you in a casino. No.
I'd almost prefer the casino. At least I get something pretty to look at. All lights.
At least you know you're getting fucked.
At least the blue light is poisoning my brain to the point where I won't remember when I'm 60 like shit.
I like all the customization they had for the characters. They all look bad.
That was another thing. The game didn't look that great.
Like, I know for like the graphics, I'm like, okay, it's an XCOM type game. I'm not gonna be down on graphics. At least the gameplay, like actually like in the area of fighting, it's like that's an XCOM thing, but the downtime type stuff, like the outfits, it's like it didn't. It feels weird.
Listen, man. Their
outfits when they're not out being heroes is weird. Like Captain Marvel had them high waters.
Every single Marvel thing since the Avengers has been the essence of the Avengers, dude. This is the uncanny B team to all of these heroes. All right, this isn't the heroes you know and love. These are the stunt doubles.
True, this isn't Wolverine, this is Badger.
This is Badger, yeah. This is fucking Blade, this is Kitchen Knife, alright?
It's like just looking at some of them just chilling with each other, I'm like, most of these characters don't stay in one place too long. Like, how you got Blade, Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Wolverine, how you got them all just sitting in a spot, chilling?
No, it's not Doctor Strange, it's Professor Enigma.
Professor Enigma.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, the hub definitely seems a little weird, especially with this mismatch of like, I don't know, man, Knight Rider just chilling with Iron Man doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right at all.
I mean, I like how they did add one of the characters from The Runaway. They added her in there. I'm like, okay, is that the only one from The Runaway you're going to add? That's like, you kind of just said, oh, you got some Runaways, but how many of the Marvel fans know who the hell the Runaways are?
I feel like this game is just going to be
used.
They
even say her name. And then she has a staff in it that's the staff of one, which can do any magic thing once.
This game is just going to be used to promote Disney Plus shows. Let's be real.
Disney Plus promotes the Avengers.
God fucking damn it.
I just realized I said Ghost Rider. I meant Knight Rider. I meant Ghost Rider. Oh my god, I'm so fucking tired.
No, you had it right. Knight Rider. It's not. It's the Avengers.
Oh yeah. It's the Avengers, so it's Knight Rider. Yeah, nice save. There you go.
The Phantom Cyclist.
The Cyclist. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is. See, I've been like. Oh, I've been willing to accept a lot of these Marvel games that have come out and aren't necessarily the things that people want, or maybe are a little different or experimental. Like when Avengers came out, I was like, okay, maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe it won't be horrible. Then it ended up being an unfocused mess of a fucking video game. With the new Guardians of the Galaxy game, I'm still looking forward to that. I think it has the potential to be a pretty good game because it just captures the essence of Guardians, you know? Like, with this, man, I kind of have already lost all hope in that this will be something that is even remotely fun. I'm not, like, I should even clarify too, like, a lot of Marvel fans, like we had talked about before, actually aren't happy about this because it's really not what they want. Like, I don't think Marvel fans want to play a card-based game. I think maybe the card-based thing is probably what holds them back from wanting to enjoy it overall.
Like, at first they were pissed off because it's XCOM style.
And now it's a card game.
I was gonna say the fact that it was already an XCOM game already kind of was a turnoff for some people because it appealed to a certain audience. But now you're throwing this card thing on, and it's like, dude, what the fuck is this shit? Who
Yeah.
Hey, do
wants
you play
to
XCOM? Come on down. Hey, do you play
Can you
Hearthstone?
do you
Come
play
on down.
XCOM and Destiny? Oh boy, we got a game for you.
A lot, and a lot of people who are mad about that want this to be like the next Ultimate Alliance. Instead, they want it to be like an action combat
They
game.
just did that.
But here's the thing, right? I don't care as long as it's good. As long as it's good. As long as and this doesn't really look good.
Nah.
I was gonna say, do you think this looks good?
The Lilith in it, they literally just took her from Diablo. That literally the exact same model, the exact same marking on her head.
No.
They didn't even put in time.
It's reused assets, Tyler. That's all it is.
It's not even the same company. It's not even the same company. They literally was just like, hey, Blizzard, you're in a lot of shit. We're going to take stuff from you, and you can't say anything.
Yeah, Blizzard can't really sue anyone right now.
Oh my god, you're fucking right. The only difference is that she's green and the Diablo Lilith is red. Oh my fucking god.
Yes.
That's
Like,
the
when I saw
only
her,
fucking difference.
For the quick second when I was watching the reveal trailer, I saw her. I'm like, is this Diablo? It's like, what? It's like, is this the Diablo 2 remake thing again? It's like, what? Then it showed us like, oh, this is Lilith stuff. I'm like, what? At first, I was like, okay, so it's not Lilith. They're going to come out with some other name. No, then they said Lilith. I'm like, what are y'all? Y'all are so damn lazy. You couldn't come up with your own design for your bad guy. Name her Lilith. Fine. You couldn't even give her her own design.
Listen, I don't know what anyone's going crazy about. This doesn't even look like Lilith from Borderlands, dude. I don't see the fucking resemblance like at all.
Yeah.
You didn't see her in Borderlands 4 when she comes back as a demon.
Ah, yes, Wonderlands.
Oh, that is having a gameplay reveal soon.
Right.
Did they announce the date on that yet?
Oh, stop it!
Have they announced the Wonderlands gameplay release date?
Let me check. I haven't seen it.
They said I know that yesterday they said
PlayStation thing going on next week.
Oh, it's probably at the
that
PlayStation.
would probably be what it is.
Yeah, they say no dates. They just say soon. But I'm assuming that if it's soon and there's a new PlayStation showcase on the 9th, then maybe the 9th.
Pulling Outer Worlds. It'll be ready when it's ready.
Right, yeah. Oh my god. But I don't know, yeah, Marvel's Midnight Suns, it doesn't look like it's going to be that great, but I don't know, I'll wait for reviews, I'll see what happens, and then maybe I'll pick it up, I don't know. Probably not, though.
They took away the grid-based system, too, so that's fun.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it looks, again, it's like Valkyria Chronicles.
There's no grid-based.
So you can just walk, what is it, you have like a certain amount of steps and you just walk the fuck
I'm pretty
wherever?
sure you can move a certain amount of, like each character has a certain amount of
Moves,
meters or so, or meters or
Nah,
feet
man, fuck
that they can
it.
move.
If we're going cards, just put fucking dice in and you're gonna move however many fucking blocks you get. Mario Party this bitch.
Like, at least with that, if you're gonna have, like, say your character can move 20 feet, you get somewhere, and then your attack can go 10 feet.
Strategy?
Well, it should just be on rails.
You're gonna be able to miss by that much.
Well,
Like, oh yeah, 1 inch you're gonna miss.
This isn't an XCOM game. There's no strategy to any of this. It's all just fucking RNG at this fucking point.
Well, it should just be on rails, dude.
Oh, fucking Jesus.
Like, units get teleported to the next combat encounter. I can see that, yeah. Okay, let's just move on from this. I can't, this game makes me sick. So, what? Oh, did you say, I thought you said wait, okay.
Oh, no, I just...
So, okay, here's the biggest news of the week, guys. Judge Dredd is coming to Call of Duty. Okay, yeah, no.
Boring!
Oh, God.
Shang-Chi is already in Fortnite.
Oh,
yeah, no. I saw the actor for
so is Among Us Sus Imposter is in Fortnite.
Yeah, a bunch of people were doing racist things during the MLK thing. Who saw that coming?
Wow. Who would have thought that was the thing that would have happened in 2021? Wow. Who would have thought the kids on the internet would do something racist during an MLK fucking educational event?
So I saw someone getting a lap dance on that. Someone in a Travis Scott outfit was getting a lap dance from a character during MLK.
What?
MLK, I have a dream.
That these cheeks will clap harder than they've ever clapped before.
Okay, so Oh yeah, no,
I'm gonna take my road.
So- I
No,
saw
that was Roblox. That was Roblox. That was Roblox.
I saw the actor for Shang-Chi literally coming out and saying like, oh no, they're coming out. It was like a while ago he tweeted like, can we stop debuting things in Fortnite? It's really cringe. And then Shang-Chi got in Fortnite.
Oh, the turns of tables.
But of course he probably didn't have a hand in or say in what the character, if the character is going to be in it or not, because he was only acting.
Either that or he knew and was just trying to cause a little bit of
I
hype.
would say
Oh, no,
he
it
could have
was-
been trying to do it ironically.
It was a very long time ago that he tweeted that. So
I mean, it takes a very long time to make movies.
maybe.
Yeah, it does.
And the
takes
fact
very
that
long.
they came out with that character the second the movie dropped.
I mean,
They
they've
were
been
working
working
on that
with
character for a while.
Disney and Marvel for years, dude. That was their first crossover with Thanos.
Buddies.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah,
obviously,
Thanos and fucking that game had more fucking X-Men than any Marvel vs. Capcom game.
oh no,
Or at least the last Marvel
yeah,
It had more X-Men than the Deadpool movie.
yeah.
Had more X-Men than any of the last fucking Marvel movies
Yeah, I
in the
was
last
about to
decade. Sorry, what?
Had more X-Men than the last fucking 3 Marvel games too. Jesus Christ.
True.
Even fucking Midnight Suns doesn't have as many
Yeah.
X-Men. Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
We've got one, and it's not even the real one. It's Patrick.
Okay. Okay, moving on from Marvel. I
the
can't.
Honey Badger.
Honey Badger don't give a fuck. Okay. So some new information was dropped on the Dead Space remake that's coming out. And I'm warming up a little more to it. I think it definitely is extremely faithful based on what they had shown. They showed actual gameplay, though it was pretty much just in-engine Isaac walking through the ship, and then a little bit of like the Unreal Engine 4 generic background while Isaac shoots a necromorph and you watch it dismember. And they talked about how they're literally kind of like one for one recreating the textures from the original game and reworking things and just trying to build upon the foundation of the first game. They're going to create a more rich world, they say. They're going to add more story. They're going to add more lore. They're going to add more atmosphere and kind of add on that sense of isolation that the first game made you feel. And I mean, honestly, that seems like this team knows what they're doing. My only question is, why? This didn't need to be done. I mean, like, it's cool, and as a fan of Dead Space, I appreciate it because I genuinely think I do agree Dead Space is a game that was way ahead of its time in terms of horror games and third-person shooters, that it could be released today and be a hit. So they don't really need to change a whole lot. They just have to modernize it a little more, like clean up the edges, which is why I think like just a remaster would have worked. But they want to remake the game from the ground up and add in new things. Like one of the things they talked about was that they're actually the guy Gunnar Wright is revoicing Isaac in this game. But Isaac didn't have a voice actor in the first game. He only had a voice actor starting in 2. So that's a new change for the story where they're actually giving Isaac a character retroactively, which I mean, I guess I appreciate because it adds a little more to him other than just being a blank slate protagonist. But at the same time, it's like, like the core of Dead Space is still going to be there. It's still going to be the same game. We're still going to have, I'm sure the game is going to almost be a 1-for-1 recreation of it, gameplay wise, in terms of areas and enemies and things like that. It's just like, I don't know, like, I feel like I would have either appreciated a full-on reboot or Dead Space 4. Or if they just redid Dead Space 3, that would be cool too. But yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, you've been saying a little bit when we talk about it. I feel like the games are just they're still too like new, or they're new enough. Like the coat of paint on them still feels like it's pretty modern. The games have aged pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they just need to remaster a game from like 2007.
Yeah. I don't think it's that Dead Space is new because it's really relatively not new. It's all
No,
up
but
to warrant a
I just
remake.
mean like I agree. I would rather just have a Dead Space 4 or just remake Dead
Yeah,
Space
no,
3. I
I-
don't think
no.
1 or 2 need to be touched.
Oh, I know. I was just clarifying what I thought. It's just that it's not that I think that the game's new or anything. I think it's more that the game itself Again, it was very much ahead of its time, that it feels like it doesn't need to be remade because what was there is already strong enough to stand up today. Like, they could have just remastered it, which is my point. It's like, it's not that it's new, it just feels new because everything that's there.
I guess new wasn't the word I should have used, but it's very modern. The game feels
it's still
modern.
fresh.
Yeah. Well, the game feels modern. It's aged very well because it was so ahead of its time. It still feels like it could be released today.
Like, games are still copying the whole dismemberment system. Games are still copying the fucking gravity mechanics that were in that game. Just all the horror aspects in the world design, like the 3D, almost Metroidvania kind of stylings, and just the brutal nature of the game. A lot of that is still being like aped today. I don't know if you guys remember, Dead Space was actually the first game to start where like the main character had several different like visceral death animations, and it was a big marketing thing for it, and that continued for so long in games, to the fact that we still even see it in stuff like The Last of Us Part 2, where it's like you have individual death scenes depending on the scenario that you die in. Like, that was a thing in, I think, the Tomb Raider games. Dead Space started it. It was in the Tomb Raider games. They did it with The Last of Us 1 and 2. I'm sure there's other games I can't think of off the top of my head that they did it with. But, like, there are a ton of games that have continued kind of like one of those small core things that game built upon and pioneered. And there are just, it was such an influential game for its time that, I want to see it come back. I just don't want EA to be the ones to do it.
You know, it would have been the perfect time for them to bring it back when they still had Visceral. Oh wait, they killed it.
Yeah.
That would have been a good time to do it. That would have been a great time to do it because that was the studio that helped make the fucking game, or whatever.
Yeah.
No big deal.
I don't know. Like, I feel like when they say like they're adding more story and lore and stuff like that, I just want to know, because if it's going to be like the world is like a point-for-point remake, but they're going to be changing a little more stuff. I want to know how much lore and like story stuff is going to be like readable, like, or like stuff that you actually have to go and find. Because if like, oh, we added some lore and some story, changed it, okay, but you have me sitting, want me to read like 8 different pages so I can learn the lore about this dude who's dead in a room. In a Dead Space game, nobody wants to fucking do that. It's like, that's never been anybody's point in this game. And the written lore beforehand, I can guarantee you, if 100 people played it, 12 people have read that. And even they weren't impressed with it.
Mm-hmm.
This one, no one's going to jump by and say, ooh, lore I can read. They're probably just going to start and be like, whatever, what's the next thing I can kill? Or where can I go? Or I need to upgrade or stuff like that. I don't feel like this is one of those games you're going to want to sit down and read lore for. Now, if they present it to you in a certain way, cool. I just don't think a game like this is going to do it right. If they do, cool. Good for them. Awesome. But I don't think they will.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things they did mention in terms of like what they're going to be doing for expansion of the world and lore is like one of the big parts of the game was Isaac going around the ship looking for Nicole, and it was kind of like Isaac's journey to finding her. And I mean, if you played the game, you know how that ends. But they pretty much just said
they get happily married.
Yes, they pretty much said that they're going to really place you in positions where you learn what happens to her on the ship, and you actually get to have more encounters with her, and you actually have objectives to go look for her instead of it just being breadcrumb trails that you go along the ship and activate this and you like, because most of Dead Space 1 was like, you come across one other survivor on the ship and he tells you got to go to this room and turn on this power, and you go back to that room where the guy is and he gets fucked up by some necromorphs. Yeah. Like, and then you just move on to your next spot or your next location and rinse and repeat. So I mean, like, they say this is probably going to be a game where I can imagine that those I'll just say,
like, the world actually more interacts with you than just like, hey, do this.
I mean, I could just see them, instead of having it be random people who tell you to do things, it's Nicole, or we should say Nicole, telling you to do things.
I love you, Isaac.
Yeah.
Never leave me.
And then she's like behind a glass door. She's like, "You have to get me out, Isaac. The only way to do it is to go press this button on the other side of the ship." And then he walks over there.
And then Nicole fucking dies.
And then he goes to the other side of the ship. He presses the button. He goes back, and she's gone. And then he has to look for her again, like something like that. I can imagine is probably what they're gonna do.
Cool if they did some PTSD thing where she died already and he's just seeing shit. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
you mean like too.
Yeah, like in Dead Space 2.
Hey, this is they're remaking this one. They can change the story a little bit.
Yeah,
they did talk about how
I wouldn't go that far.
They did talk about how they wanted this to be a launch pad for like the whole series to be remade, which I could definitely see when this game does well, because I highly doubt it won't do well. That this game will really start moving numbers and will eventually lead to Dead Space 2 being remade. And I mean, like Dead Space 2, I don't think they have to change a whole lot. I think that game is very fantastic standalone experience as it is. That they don't have to alter a whole lot to make it work. But Dead Space 3, they need to retcon that whole fucking story. They need to like actually from the ground up just rework Dead Space 3, because every single change they made in Dead Space 3 was so against what that whole series stood for. Yeah, let's make it less creepy by taking the necromorph babies away and replacing them with dogs, because people like dogs. Dogs aren't that scary. It's like
people like dogs. Resident Evil had dogs, and people like that game.
Yeah, let's make the game a little less scary by having Isaac have a partner this time. A partner, yeah, an annoying ass partner that no one likes.
I learned a little bit ago that when Dead Space 3 was actually in the works, they were going to do it where each character, depending on who you were playing, they would see different things. So like they both like Isaac would have like PTSD. So like some new monsters or old monsters would show up, but for the other player, it's not there. And the other player would see some monsters and Isaac wouldn't see it. Like different things on different things that the characters would see, which sounded cool. But then I think there was something wrong with it actually. Is they were rushed and say, hey, why isn't our game out yet? So they just scrapped that.
Yeah,
it's almost like EA helped ruin the fuck out of that game.
I mean, yeah, between that whole like almost ham-fisting of a co-op mechanic that made the game completely less scary, to the game in and of itself just like at every corner bastardizing what made Dead Space fun. Like what made Dead Space good was the level design, and they turned it into fucking hallways where you just shoot armies of necromorphs. Who wants to do that? The necromorphs were meant to be like this scary encounter where you're stuck in a small space with a few of them, and you have to figure out where they're coming from, because they're coming out of the walls. They're moving in rapid fucking succession near you.
Where the bombs were in the room.
You have to figure out which tools are best for certain scenarios. You got to figure out, okay, there's some things on like there's some weapons I can use my kinesis on, or items I can use my kinesis on to launch back at them, send them back. Maybe if I'm running low on ammo. Instead, it's like, okay, you're stocked up on shit tons of ammo, or you could buy some with the microtransactions, and here just comes an army of necromorphs right in front of you. Go shooting, son. Like that's not how this. And then all the fucking QTE sections climbing up the goddamn snow walls. What the fuck were they thinking? What the fuck were they thinking with that goddamn game? Oh, I'm so mad. Okay, yeah, remake. So yeah, if you're gonna remake Dead Space 3, just start off new.
Just don't even touch 2. Just don't even remake.
During the developer live stream, they put up a rules for Isaac's dialogue.
Oh yeah, Isaac will primarily only speak when spoken, or Isaac will sometimes speak in a situation where it would feel weird if he remained silent. Like the whole first game, right? Okay, yeah, that's almost like it was part of making it a little more ominous and scary, making your character this silent protagonist who was almost a lifeless shell.
You know what that means? Like someone's gonna die in front of him, and he's gonna be like,
Oh my god, no!
No, he's gonna be like, oh man, I wish I could have saved him. It's like, what is going on in this? Like things that's just like someone just got ripped apart, and then tentacles came out of his head, and then he went into a vent, and you had to say, what is going on here?
Oh, Fred!
No
Are you
emotion.
okay?
Yeah. Have you seen Nicole?
Nicole, are you okay? Did you just get crushed by a necromorph? Yeah, I'm good.
Someone who I haven't talked to in years just messaged me to tell me they're watching One Piece right now.
That's what. Why are you delete the message and never talk to them ever again?
What?
That's so fucking weird. All right, everyone. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, Dead Space. I'm hoping that it ends up being really good because I want it to be. Again, man, I really wish EA just sold this to someone else. Like sell this. I don't know what.
Blizzard.
No, actually, I'm trying to think. There's yeah, you know what?
Riot Gaming.
Is there any? I mean, is there any? Sell it to Capcom. Give it to fucking Capcom. Yeah, give Dead Space to Capcom.
Project Red.
No,
I mean Capcom. They do know how to do their horror games.
Yeah.
Definitely give it to
so
Capcom.
sell it to Capcom, bro. Like it's the only way.
I don't know, man.
Could you imagine a Dead Space game made by Capcom?
I feel
No.
that'd be weird because then it'd just be a Resident Evil game in space.
No. Here's how it would work. Think about it like this, Tom. You get Isaac Clarke in Monster Hunter.
Okay.
And
What does that do for the Dead Space game?
well, I mean, you're already getting more than what you did with EA because they didn't release anything for at least 7 or 8 years. So,
I mean, you could just, I don't know, talk to the guys at Bristol and be like, hey, we'll restart your studio so you can make this shit. Go fucking ham.
I mean, maybe if PlayStation just bought it, I'd be fine with that too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. PlayStation exclusives are pretty decent. They're pretty good stuff.
As long as and Sony Studios does a good job of just making games that are good. So
yeah, especially like narrative-based games. Yeah, they're pretty.
It looks like EA is looking to relaunch the series, and if it works out well, then it's probably going to be one of EA's annual series. So they're not getting rid of it anytime soon.
Fuck, I don't want a Dead Space every year, man.
I'm not saying every year, probably just every 2 years.
As much as I crave wanting new video games from my favorite series, I don't want a biannual or annual release from a series like that. It's one thing if I get a fucking Madden every year, because I don't give a shit about Madden. It's a fucking sports game. Or an Assassin's Creed. That period of time where you get Assassin's Creed every year is pretty dick. But I just didn't care at that point. Don't bastardize this series, man. It's already been killed once. Don't fucking just make it a cash cow.
That's what these companies do, man. That's what EA, Activision.
I was gonna say that's what EA.
It's what EA, Activision, and Ubisoft all do. Is that they run their series to the ground until no one wants it anymore, or they're sick of it. That's how fucking Guitar Hero died. That's how Call of Duty's dying. They rushed the shit out. That's how Far Cry is getting fucking... Oh, I'm getting so sick of Far Cry every fucking year, dude.
Far Cry 6 comes out in October.
Hold on. Far Cry 6, you can get a little triped dog.
What the fuck? Who cares?
Hold on, though. You can get a crocodile with a golden tooth.
Can you get AJ Gale as a fucking skin too?
Tyler,
I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah,
Tyler,
Tyler,
I have a question for you about Far Cry 6.
AJ Gale.
Do you know the definition of insanity?
Tyler, a question for you about Far Cry 6. What is it fundamentally changing from any of the Far Cry games that came before it?
You're Mexican.
All right, you got me. All right. Okay. Let's fucking move on. I can't.
That's the only thing that ever changes about any Far Cry game.
It's literally
is
what
race you are. Yeah.
And you can judge the game based on whether its fucking villain is mid or not, dude. Like fucking pagan men.
Isn't the villain in this game literally the dude from fucking Breaking Bad?
I never watched Breaking Bad.
The mustache dude, you know the fuck he is. What is he, Spanish?
Yes, it's Walter White, yes.
Oh, it's fucking Malcolm in the Middle's dad. Oh shit.
Yes.
AJ, get the fuck over here. We need to cook this meth. No, I don't want to do that. I didn't fucking ask.
He said, no, I don't think
No,
I
I
will.
don't think that.
All right.
No, I don't think I
All right,
will.
let's just move on. So, Blastoise came out in Pokemon Unite on the 1st. Yeah. Blastoise is
Are you a Blastoise main now?
not me.
Blastoise looks fucking boring, man. I'm gonna be real.
Not me. No, I'm not the Blastoise main.
That character looks boring. His whole thing is he makes you slow.
No, that's not his whole thing. I mean, his whole thing is actually
games like that, making you slow. That's deadly.
His whole thing is extreme crowd control, which is like really good. Plus, he does insane burst damage because apparently they need to have all the tanks do insane burst damage for some stupid reason. So
yeah, that's just normal. That's not even a fucking thing.
He is really good though. He's a really insanely good defender. He's great in lane, and he can also just steal objectives from people without you needing to do a whole lot, because his ultimate knocks everyone up in the air and does a shit ton of damage. So if you do that to Zapdos when Zapdos is about to die, you will steal it from people. If you do that to Dreadnought,
if you can go and just continuously, if you can consistently kill Zapdos, that character's broken.
Yeah, no, it's as long as you have your Unite move, you can do that. And then like he also has a cooldown trick too, where like, so every time you hit third auto attack with Blastoise, it reduces the cooldown of his abilities by 1 second.
That's not fair.
So, and beyond that too, right? The third auto attack does a ton of damage. And if you spec into Rapid Spin instead of Surf on the top slot, Rapid Spin, you can do like, say, Water Spout or Hydro Pump.
Oh, yeah, and fucking...
Yeah, you can Water Spout first, then Rapid Spin, and it resets your cooldown for Water Spout, so you can do Water Spout in your Rapid Spin.
Yo, he's sounding a little broken.
Yeah.
This character just what's with releasing the characters and having them being unbalanced? Like what is Mamoswine gonna have fucking earthquake and half the map is gonna get fucking 50% damage? That was gonna happen.
To be fair though, in a game where the top tiers all have broken bullshit, I would much rather prefer to have another viable top tier than another shit character. As long as they buff the rest.
Just make the rest of the characters really. Just make an entire cast of good characters, because at that point it's just about who do you like and what's your playstyle.
Yeah, I mean, right now the meta. I mean, I'm open to it because the meta consists of like before Blastoise and Blissey, consisted of the same 5 Pokemon to make a good team, which was like Cinderace, Greninja, Eldegoss, Lucario, and like Snorlax, and that was your team. And like now we have and a little more
we have fat.
We have a little more diversity with Blissey and with Blastoise.
So we have fair.
As long as they can add in a little bit more diversity in roles and allow for more team comps that are viable.
Mexican.
Ludicolo's already in the game.
That's true. You're right.
But yeah, I mean. But I mean, I like Blastoise so far. It seems fun. Nothing I'm gonna complain about. I just want to see the next characters they're gonna drop. Probably Mamoswine.
I mean, it's probably gonna be either Sylveon or Mamoswine. I would fucking think, but I have no idea at this point. Sylveon's just gonna be a cleric with like burst, like 2 to 3 burst damage options.
No, Sylveon looks like a straight ranged attacker.
That doesn't make sense. That's not who Sylveon. I'm confused by that. Okay, whatever. But fucking Mamoswine. Oh, he's about to be chunky, and he about to kill things. Oh man.
Are you gonna be a Mamoswine main, Tom?
Oh, dude, I'm gonna be a Mammo main.
I mean, I'm a Mamoswine need that rollout though.
Bro, he got them tusks. You gonna start out as a fucking little swine up, dude, and then you gonna work your way up to this fucking gargantuan Manny from Ice Age looking motherfucker. God damn, that shit about to be. He about to be good. They're gonna give him Earthquake. They're gonna give him fucking Earthquake.
Oh yeah, likely they're gonna give him the same Earthquake, and they're probably gonna give him like a mixture of Alolan Ninetales and fucking Garchamp's moves, like Earthquake, God. Icicle Crash. I could totally see that.
That just sounds like you Mamoswine. Wow, that's crazy.
And then Avalanche and fucking, I don't know, like what's a good 4th move for Mamoswine?
Ice Shard.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know, man.
But yeah, I mean,
Blizzard.
I'm I'm happy with the content rollout they've had for Pokemon Unite. I hope they keep up they keep the Steam going, because like right now the game seems like it's kind of dying in the public eye, and it's gonna continue until the mobile version drops at least. So as long as they can,
alligator in the game, you fucking cowards.
as long as they
When
can keep
is the
things
mobile one
interesting.
coming out?
September 27th.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mhm.
So in like a few weeks.
Yeah, in a couple weeks. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Pokemon Unite gonna be good. Or is good, and gonna be good on mobile.
It's brokenly good.
Yeah, it's something like that. So what's I guess we can talk about. Actually, Tyler, you said something about people leaving Twitch.
Oh yeah, it's been more and more big streamers leaving Twitch for YouTube.
Like who?
What was it?
Dr. Lupo left.
JD left.
Well,
Dr.
he left
Lupo
like a while.
left.
So
Yeah, he left
Dr.
a while ago.
and
Dr.
Tim
Lupo
the
left,
Tat-
Tim
no.
the Tat Man.
Him, the Tatman,
Dr.
just left like a day or two
Disrespect.
ago. He left like a fucking year or two ago. After the whole
now
banned
he's
thing.
officially on YouTube. Like he signed a deal with YouTube.
Yeah.
Ninja was talking about moving over to YouTube isn't out of the picture. And
Who cares what Ninja thinks?
a shit ton of people are like, a shit ton of the big people are leaving just because Twitch isn't doing anything. Like, they're not fixing their own problems. They're not fixing the shit that's going wrong with their platform, and they're not enforcing their own rules consistently and equally. And when they're called out on it, that either don't say anything or just say, we're sorry, we work really hard for all of this.
They
But then-
BP oil spill it.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So this is a bunch of people leaving and leaving and leaving to the point where a lot of new upcoming streamers are going straight to streaming on YouTube because, they don't want to go on Twitch, have somebody hate raid them via bots or something, or for them to say like the N-word just because it's a part of their normal vocabulary, not in any rude way or any demeaning way, just how they talk. Even if they apologize right after they said it, they can get banned forever. But these big streamers, nothing ever happens to them, and they say the N-word all the time. So they're not enforcing equally. Whereas YouTube cares a little less or a little looser on that stuff.
Big thing about YouTube is they offer you more money.
Yeah.
It's also a safer stream of revenue than
God,
YouTube.
why did you send that, Zach?
What?
On Twitter. Oh.
DFP's not so fit your mouth?
Exactly.
What?
But like the thing is, like with Twitch. When you're on Twitch,
What the fuck is that?
you have to put a picture of those in the.
No! Oh
In the
god,
thumbnail.
no! I don't think you can put that on YouTube, dude.
Those things like with Twitch, like if you're on Twitch and you just finished watching your last streamer, they just go off. Not a lot of people search for other, like all the people you're following aren't streaming anymore. Not a lot of people stay on Twitch and look for other small people to like watch anything like that. Where do they go? Straight to YouTube to watch their YouTube videos or best of their streamers. Now, what if you could do all of that on one platform? Watch them stream there, watch the best stuff there, watch your stuff there, and they're going to be adding gifting subs on YouTube soon. So once they do that, Twitch literally has nothing on YouTube at that point.
Honestly, what you just described, like Nairo has been pioneering that ever since he came back from the whole cancellation thing that happened to him, and Twitch literally would not let him back on their platform. But now he's like a huge streamer on YouTube. He doubles up streaming and unlisting the VODs on his YouTube, but still keeping them up, and creating highlight videos like the day after he streams and putting them on YouTube. On top of that too, he just like launched his own personal app for YouTube, like you can download as a Chrome extension, where you get like his custom emotes and stuff that you would be able to get if you were like on Twitch with him, and they just put it in an extension and gave it to the fans. On top of that too, he's hosting like sub game nights again, where if you're members you can join. He still calls them sub games though, apparently. So it's like there's already streamers doing that now, and I can see why. It's because Twitch is so unresponsive and shit when there's so many horrible things going on in their platform, between the hate raids and the unjust bans and just the lack of communication on DMCA. Yeah,
it's all them sweaty neckbeard motherfuckers. Oh, look at all these girls talking into microphones. Oh, they're in bikinis. Let's give them a section to read them in bikinis. It's like, you know what they're doing is sexual.
And then promoted as body
doing is sexual.
And we can't do anything.
People watching the know it's sexual. But you guys have deniability saying, no, they're just... It's like, you literally have girls there wearing close to nothing, writing on their bodies.
Bro, Lindy threw her cat and showed her cooch. What the fuck? I don't care. This shit's stupid.
It's just so much. It's like, really, like they have sleeping streams now. So now you can watch these girls sleep in a bikini.
That's creepy,
all
dude.
night.
That's gross. Ew.
I mean,
what's wrong with y'all?
I would be upset, but like at this point, with OnlyFans kind of doing the shit that they did, these hardworking women got to go somewhere. Let people thirst on them.
OnlyFans is still allowing that shit to go on.
No, but they pulled that shit that they did, so people want to everyone jump shit.
And look what happened after people said, "Fuck you, I need to jack off." You know what happened? They were like, "Oh, sorry. Okay, no, it's fine. We'll keep taking your money." They kept taking their money. Yeah. They were like, "We're gonna go to Fansly." No, the fuck you're not. We're gonna let you do your thing.
It's like, hold on, wait. It was a joke. Hold on.
It was a prank. It was a prank, bro. It was a prank.
Honestly, like if someone wants to make here's my issue with Twitch. It's not that hot tub streamers can exist. It's not like women can show their fucking tits shaking around on camera, or like we have these fucking weird ass bed streams, whatever. If you want to sell your body like that on the internet and make money, good for you, girl. More power to you, or guy, or whatever the fuck you are. Good for you. But like the one thing that I need is transparency from Twitch, so that everyone follows the same rules. Regardless of whatever favoritism or context exists there.
Don't forget consistency.
Consistency needs to be key. Like it shouldn't be an issue where these people who obviously break what are considered terms of service on the site get scot-free, but like then someone is randomly banned for accidentally showing a little bit of their fucking, I don't know, their ass on screen by accident one day when they get up out of their chair.
Because they like fell over.
Or they got up out of their chair and their fucking ass crack showed. Like, I don't know, like, they're just
sitting in a sweaty chair playing a sweaty game.
Or you're playing a game where some tits show up on the screen. It's like, they're
or you're just playing a fucking game and some copyrighted music comes on, you get fucking banned for it.
Yeah. It could be a brand new game. You could have an early copy, you're playing it, tits show up, banned. What?
I just for Twitch, I just need that transparency to exist.
It's weird because
it doesn't.
Remember, like a few years ago, before all the not a few years ago, like let's say like 2-3 years ago, people were getting banned. Like women were getting banned. Like they're playing games, but they got like cleavage out. They know what they're doing. We know what they're doing. Twitch know what they're doing, and then they'll get banned. It's like, oh yeah, for sexually this. So now they have to stream with like full shirts or like sweaters. And now you got this.
I mean, that latter thing wasn't good. Wasn't good for that reason. But
I mean, are your rules changing? But you're not updating the rules.
They don't want to get Me Too. That's one big reason why. But I mean, like the other thing is like, it's just. I think it's obvious favoritism in the system.
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of these people who have positions of power, it depends on who you talk to. Some of them are allies of kind of like the more neo-feminist movement, that they really don't care about what's right or wrong as long as they're making sure that the girls don't get upset. Which, I mean, I don't necessarily agree with personally, because I think it detracts from the actual the actual problems and issues of rights of other people, of minorities, or of people who are marginalized members of society. But like and I'm pretty sure a lot of these fucking Twitch mods and people who run Twitch are just fucking simps. So that doesn't help either.
Sweaty neckbeard simps.
Fedora wearing motherfuckers.
So yes, my lady. Yes. So that's
exactly
like that's why to me I'm just kind of done with dealing. Like I think what the streamers are doing now is a good move. Moving and migrating off of Twitch onto a different platform will at least show Twitch that they need to step up their shit in order to get people to
definitely show Twitch that it's like, hey, you're not the only one out there.
I was gonna say that's the thing. Twitch is now giving other people time to catch up and create a platform that people are gonna want to go to because it's comparable or it's better than the platform they fucking have.
None of this stuff started happening until Mixer died. So Twitch got this big ego boost, saying we're the only ones that can do that. We're the only ones that can. So everyone has to come to us.
And now YouTube is gonna run a fucking monopoly on everything digital. YouTube is going to have everything.
I say we all go to Pornhub.
It's like if Twitch took like all those people that are constantly breaking TOS and all that, like all these like titty streamers, these hot tub ones, these people sleeping in scantily clad clothes, this ASMR stuff. Like if they want to give them their own platform, call it like Twitch Plus. Let's just say that. Now they're streaming on something else where there's a different set of rules. And then keep Twitch what it was before. Like, give them their own platform. That would avoid so much problems.
Or just give everyone the same rights that these fucking
like, the views on original Twitch would drop drastically because all the horny simps would go over to the pretty much soft-core, safe-for-work porn section.
That makes them more money.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because
they'll definitely make way more money over there. Definitely make way more. But then it comes down to this, like a lot of the people here. It's like a lot of them don't do shit. They're just there. People are just giving them money. It's like, I mean, good for them girls and guys. Oh, it's like y'all are making bank doing fuck all. Go right ahead, do you. But Twitch is. I don't know what percentage Twitch makes on all of that, but I know it's still ridiculous the amount of money that they're getting. Like, oh, this small streamer who said she'll never do any of those hot tub streams or anything like that. Everything like that. Oh, look, she got up. We can see a little bit of her butt. We don't need her because she'll never be big and never make us money. Let's ban her. It's like, and nobody's ever going to say anything because she's a small streamer. Her following of 100 people are nothing compared to us.
I think the one ban that will if they do it, and I feel like Twitch is going to do it at some point, that will really test them is the streamer Sweet Anita. If she ever gets banned for whatever reason, then the world will come at them. Everyone will come at them because she literally has Tourette's. Like, there's no stopping an outburst if she says something vulgar. Or if anything really negative happens, and she does have tics where she says the N-word, but like it's so to me, it's like if this were to happen where they ban her for having some tic or some breakdown,
especially now, when she's been on the platform for so long,
that will be the breaking point.
Oh, like so many people, like the day off from Twitch. Like right now, the day off from Twitch, it's not doing a damn thing. It's not really.
Because it dropped viewership down like 20%.
It dropped viewers 20%. You know what happened the next day? It got right back up.
So it was a day.
It literally did nothing. It's like now if it was like a month off from Twitch, okay, day off. It's literally my shows are on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay. It's like, oh yeah, we're taking a day off. Okay, now my show's on Monday, Wednesday. It doesn't do anything. But if they ban Sweet Anita, that day off from Twitch,
turns into forever off. Forever off from Twitch.
Are gonna take that day off. It's like a day off from Twitch. Bam, day's done. Twitch. Okay, everyone's gonna be back. It's like, no, it's day off from Twitch. Like the day was just up. It's like, yeah, it's another day off from Twitch. and they're going to do that every day until she's back, and then they're going to do more and then more. But if they definitely hit her, it's done. That'll be the day Twitch die.
So aside from Twitch showing who they really would be if they do that, the other negative effect is that YouTube runs fucking everything.
Yeah.
And Zach, you were mentioning transparency and consistency. When was the last time YouTube has properly communicated to fucking anyone without an entire community outburst? And the fact that they would literally be the number one streaming site and the number one video upload, fucking whatever you call it, site, they wouldn't give a shit. And these sweet deals that streamers are getting now for going over to YouTube, those deals aren't going to be sweet anymore. You're gonna get fucked over time. It's not like you're gonna get grandfathered in by YouTube. They're just gonna tell you to suck it because they own it. They own it all. They don't need to worry about you. Where are you gonna go? Fucking Twitch is dead.
I feel like there's a pretty big difference between Twitch and YouTube, though. And I'm not saying that this will change the outcome or anything. I'm not saying that you're wrong in your conclusion. I'm just saying that the big difference between Twitch and YouTube is that Twitch is obviously malicious in its lack of communication and its bans, and its picking and choosing of bans or enforcing its rules.
Yeah, yes. YouTube just doesn't give a shit. They
YouTube has gotten so big that I think whoever runs it cannot handle the chaos that's ensuing inside of it. Like, there is so much to YouTube, so many communities, so many subsets and groups to have to monitor, billions of views and hours of content uploaded every single week, every single day.
Yeah, that it becomes by hiring more people.
I mean, but at some point, hiring people can't necessarily fix a website and a platform that's pretty much the size of an entire large country. That's always constantly
the entire world.
Yeah, no, I mean,
if you get half of Twitch, like 50% of Twitch moves over to YouTube in a month, they are not going to be prepared for everything.
So that's why like I don't like that they have to but I don't like that they choose to implement these these systems where bots will automatically check for copyright, or that things can go under the radar and things don't really work out, or there are issues with certain things, or that YouTube lacks transparency because it doesn't seem to know what the fuck is going on. They don't communicate with each other, and I think that's because of how big it is. It's so, again, it's not necessarily that, because hiring more people will not fix the fact that there's more videos uploaded per day than like an entire, like, I don't know, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 man staff can handle and manually review every single day. Some of these videos are like 5 minutes, some of them are 10 seconds, some of them are hours long. And having to comb through all of that, like, it's why my perspective is it's not necessarily that it's a necessary evil. I just think that there are better ways to implement the automated bot system that YouTube has.
And now imagine, now they're going to have people sit down and watch these streams from start to finish.
I think they already do, or they already should.
Well, it's like now with like so many people coming over, now you need like YouTube moderators that come in and watch. All the people coming over. Was like, it's a thing now, but it's not like I said, like if half of Twitch came over, there's not going to be enough YouTube moderators to go through watching streams start to finish and going through the videos and like marking like, hey, you use this, Mark. Hey, use this, Mark. Hey, use this. Like, it's going to be certain streams that's just like, hey, how did this super racist stream get passed? Because there were no moderators in there.
Yeah.
Free speech.
I mean, yeah.
PlayStation, no, I wasn't talking to you.
YouTube definitely has its problems for sure, but I mean, everyone moving off of Twitch hopefully can scare Twitch into getting its shit together. And also, you know what this means, everyone. So this means I'm restarting my Dark Souls 2 streams. Everyone, come out to them so I can relaunch my YouTube career and actually get a following this time on my Twitch or Twitch, not you, my
On
YouTube,
your Twitch.
my YouTube channel. Because everyone's coming to YouTube now. Yeah, cool.
You know, it also help if you click the like button and subscribe, so that way this video circulates and helps the algorithm recognize that this is a person that needs attention. How about
Also,
that?
hit that notification bell,
So you can-
Because then you'll
So you
know
can be
when
part of
Blue
the Notice
Dragon's
Squad.
coming up.
Blue Dragon Part 3.
Blue Dragon Part 3, you don't want to miss out on Blue Dragon Part 3. We waited a long time for this.
2 years.
$5.
But so yeah, okay. Let's jump into the final topic of today. I linked it to you guys earlier, but from the Brazilian Nintendo eShop, it has been official now. The box art for the Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl has leaked with the 4 new characters that we all pretty much knew were going to be in the game. That we now are confirmed to have in the game fully. We have Ren and Stimpy, and we have Aang and Korra. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. I feel like Aang and Korra are going to be busted. I feel like they're just going to spam projectiles across the map.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to have that power.
Before we even get into that, why is it always Brazil? Why is Brazil always doing the most?
It's like
What the
Brazil
hell
or
is y'all-
Canada, dude. It's
What the
Brazil or
hell are y'all
Canada.
doing down in
Brazil's
Brazil,
got
man?
so much going on over there. Everyone's just like, no, they already got too much going on.
Brazil is like the YouTube of the world. What the fuck, Brazil?
It's like Brazil or Canada that always leaks stuff.
No, but Canada's like Canada, dude. Canada's like this nice, uptight place. It just happens.
sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you know.
we didn't know
Brazil
this.
is a fucking lawless wasteland where shit doesn't fucking matter. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so we had that leak, which this is actually also adding legitimacy to another leak that happened before that I mentioned the other day. It's the Garfield leak that everyone's talking about, where Garfield's one of the playable characters. The developers initially came out and said that leak was not correct because they showed off their own models and they're like, yeah, that's not it, but nice try. But then now people are realizing, well, not only does this match up, but also it was only one of the 3 development studios working on the game that said that that's not their assets, when the 3rd development studio who does modeling for the game and is based out of, oh my god, where were they based out of? I don't remember.
Brazil.
I think it was actually some South American country, if I can recall. Oh my god, what was it? One second. All Stars Developer.
This commercial break is brought to you by Brazil. Why not go there and, take yourself?
This commercial break is brought to you by Dollar Shave Club.
Enter promo code Zachnai Colors Mid, and you'll get
Colors
a free
Mid.
Colors Mid, yeah, and you'll get or Pack Watch 24/7, and you'll get a free 10% off your first order.
Brought to you by Dollar Shave Club. We know COVID has been a stress on all of our lives, but that doesn't mean you can't look good. I bet you grew a beard, didn't you? Dollar Shave Club. If you use code Gaming Chronicler, you get 15% off your first order.
Oh my god, Fair Play Labs made Super Seducer? Oh, Jesus
I'm sorry.
No.
That's very Brazilian of you to say. Why would you say that?
Okay, wait, I need to figure. Costa Rica, that's it. Costa Rica. Yeah, so they're located out in Costa Rica, and the leak for the models actually came from Costa Rica. So people are thinking that maybe the models came from Fair Play Labs. Who, oh my god, they made fucking Super Seducer. I can't even And since that assumption is coming with that, now people are saying, okay, maybe the Garfield leak holds more legitimacy. Because it could very well be the case that they say it's fake, but it turns out there's actually, those are actually the characters that are going to be, are going to be in the game finally. And pretty much Garfield's the only one that's not confirmed yet that would be there. One of the things that to keep in mind, too, is that there's a rumor going around with the game where every character so far has had a stage correlated with them in their inclusion. So, like, there are 3 SpongeBob stages, and there are 3 SpongeBob characters. There are 3 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles characters and 3 stages, each one to correspond with the characters. And there's a stage for every character. The only difference now is that there is 3 presumed 3 avatar stages, but only 2 avatar characters. One of them being the Earth Kingdom or the Earth Temple. So people are assuming that maybe Toph or Zuko would be a playable character. I could see Toph being in the game, but some people have also said that maybe that presumed third stage is actually just the one stage that Aang has, and you go through the entire 4 kingdoms of his world in a traveling thing,
It's a changing world.
Yeah, what Smash
what was
does.
that stage from Smash? The Fire Emblem stage where you would go between fucking 3 areas.
I mean, there's a lot of them that do that. A lot of Smash stages. There was Halberd. There was
No, that was a moving background. I'm talking about the one where it transitions from area to area to area.
There's Skyloft.
Castle Siege?
Castle Siege does that. Skyloft
Castle
does.
Siege. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Skyloft does that. Rainbow Cruise does that.
No, those are moving stages.
Oh, no, Skyloft changes between areas. The fucking the what's it called? The one of the fucking Mario Sunshine stages does that.
Delfino Plaza?
No, that, and there's one other one I can't think of.
No, but most of those are moving stages. A few of those, the areas.
Dragon Quest stage does that. Yeah, I don't know, but maybe, yeah. But in any case, there's it's probably it could be that case too. But I don't know. What do you guys think of the leak?
I mean, I just want Garfield in the game. That's all I really want.
His ultimate is a Garfield cart.
Are you guys excited for Aang and Korra or Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah, I mean, I want to see how Ren and Stimpy work. I want to see if it's just a fucking, I don't know, if it's just a fucking,
They're gonna be ice climbers.
Either ice climbers or
Banjo and Kazooie. I can see Banjo and Kazooie where the fucking Ren has Stimpy and he fucking hits him on the ground like Banjo does Kazooie.
Oh, you idiot!
I can see that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. You know what? I still want to see a fucking full match play out.
Yeah,
that's all I want to fucking
see. Why can't we get that? When's this game coming out? In October 5th, right?
October 5th was
also the release date.
The leaked release date for multiple retailers.
Come on, October 5th. We haven't even seen a full match of this game yet.
It's coming in about a month.
These 40-second clips.
Yeah.
I just know there's going to be at least one character that's going to be busted.
Oh, for sure.
Fucking cat dog.
Probably gonna be Aang. Probably gonna be Aang.
Yeah, Aang.
You're gonna say Ong. This isn't the Avatar movie.
No, sorry, wrong one. It's probably gonna be Aang.
God, they did say it like that in that fucking awful movie.
It's either gonna be Aang and Korra, who are literally echo fighters of each other or some shit. Or I don't know, when I saw April O'Neil, I thought, man, she's got some chic vibes. She got some chic vibes, bro. That scared me. I don't like that. Smash 4 Chic was fucking terrifying.
Patrick Star does pull out a whole ass Krabby Patty.
He does. Giant face, Patrick.
I don't know. I don't know. When I seen that, I'm like, so is he Pac-Man? Does he throw that or does he eat that?
Patrick, that's a gun. Yes.
Yes.
SpongeBob's fucking down smash attack is the funniest thing, where he does the fucking chomp, dude. I love that. But yeah, the game, I'm excited for it. I just want to see it actually be played and see what it's gonna control what it's gonna be like. Because right now we haven't been getting a whole lot in terms of full gameplay.
No, we're getting every single thing leaked to us from within the studios before we even see how the game works.
And this is kind of just backing my initial claim and thoughts personally, my own bias on it, that this game, Nickelodeon or Ludosity or whoever's making this game, did not think it would be as big as it is now. where like they thought it would be like or at least not that they didn't think it would be big. It's just like they thought it wouldn't reach this level of like hardcore fandom that it has, with like the general Smash Brothers and fighting game community getting behind this game. And to me, I agree with that by the fact that one, it's still a budgeted like $50 game. Two, they're not showing anything or announcing like DLC or like, you know, like really showing us full matches or giving us breakdowns of the game. It's only like vague promises. And three, it just seems like the game is coming out pretty soon and there's not a whole lot to show, probably because they're scrambling behind the scenes to really make it try to live up to the level of quality that people are expecting at this point of it. So I mean, I don't know. I just hope that the game turns out to be good. I want it to be good. I don't want to play Smash Brothers.
When I think of an industry plant in gaming and what it would be, this game is gaming's industry plant. This is it, dude. This is like gaming's industry plant. This is the Lil Nas X of gaming. Like this shit is fucking. I don't know who planned it or who keeps just leaking everything from within. This game was a setup.
No.
Just that's it.
Nah. Maybe it was you, Zach. Maybe this is all perpetuated by you. Maybe you're the one that leaked all this.
I mean, here's the thing, right? Nickelodeon for years has been has been cash cowing different genres of games that like are obvious carbon copies of series and franchises that are far more successful with other IPs. Things like Mario Kart. They've copied Mario Kart so many fucking times. They copied Marvel Ultimate Alliance with the fucking Nicktoons Unite games. Like they've copied so many things now that have, like, in terms of the raw gameplay or the mechanics or just the general structure of games, that it was inevitable that they were eventually going to make a Smash Brothers type game. And I just don't think that they thought, man, us aping Smash Brothers really is hitting that hardcore fighting game audience. I don't think they really thought that was going to be a thing. Or maybe they did, and I'm thinking wrong about it. But I just think they didn't get enough budget to make this whole game a big thing that like they wanted to be. Because at the end of the day, the character models still do look pretty rough. The gameplay looks a little muddy. But I think
looks like Slap City.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Slap City, but I meant more like in terms of the visuals don't really look super great, and that's probably because they gave like a studio who's kind of up and coming, not a huge budget to make a game in a very not large time frame. So I don't know. Yeah, I want to play this though. I want it to come out, and I want to play it.
Son.
I just really want to see what it looks like actual game.
Yeah, dude. I
want to see Patrick Star drop them cheeks on somebody.
I need a Nickelodeon state of play, dude. I need a treehouse.
No.
I need a treehouse.
That's gonna be a thing.
Yes, because I want someone who's like the Masahiro Sakurai of Nickelodeon to come out and explain to me in haha funny Nickelodeon terms why SpongeBob does the helicopter thing. Like, come on.
Oh my god.
Nickelodeon state of play. Nicktoons time.
The worst part is they're gonna do that. They're gonna show a bunch of their new Nicktoons shows, some new Nicktoon toys, and then they're going to show the stuff about the game or the next character they're going to release. It's always going to be last because they want you to catch up on all the other Nicktoon stuff.
I can't wait
every single Smash presentation ever.
I can't wait till they fucking announce a player-created character in this game so we can have Mii costumes all over again to ruin our hopes and dreams.
I am the Glub Go Geb Glub.
We're gonna call it. It's the Nick Me.
Oh god, no!
That's how they get
your Nick. It's your Nick.
That's how they get the live action people in there, and this is how you get to play as iCarly.
Simply delicious.
You can make your own Elodian.
Elodian.
All
Oh
right.
god.
They're not Nick. They're your own Elodians.
That sounds like another form of ejaculate. Never say that ever
Oh.
again.
I mean, you can make an ejaculolodian.
Stop. Stop it.
Ejaculodian.
Is that why iCarly didn't go back?
No, that's why Sam didn't go back.
Ah, yes, Sam, fuck it. Bop it.
Yes.
Twist it.
All
Pull
right.
it. PlayStation, I'm not talking to you! Why did it? I'm scared. It reacted to bop it. You're listening.
All
You're
right.
always listening.
So
Damn
I
it.
think that's it. Are we done?
I think so. I
Okay.
think that's everything that mattered this
Yeah.
week.
Oh, actually, there's one of the games. So Sonic Colors reviews came out.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Let me guess.
It was mid.
It's mid.
Yeah, people are saying pretty decent things about it. I think it's sitting at a 76 on Metacritic right now on the
that's above
PlayStation
mid.
score. Yeah, I mean, I would say personally it's pretty mid, but I think the internet seems to like it, and my only word to that is internet, what's wrong with you? Why don't you get your head out of your ass? It's the same video game from a decade ago, just with in HD. And
I need to have like a pack sound effect, so whenever you do something where you're really off the pack, I can just play like a soundboard.
The game can be beaten in 2.5 hours.
Yeah, so can most Arthur educational games. What's your point? They're still bangers.
Nah, you got to play the Russian version.
Mm.
It adds on like 2 more hours because you're drunk on vodka.
Yeah, imagine drunk Sonic with the Chaos Emeralds.
I mean, Sonic Colors is a drinking game. So no, Sonic Boom is a drinking
I
game.
must say, yeah. Meme approved.
Oh.
All right, yeah, okay, so we're done now. Okay, yeah, podcast.
Be like the leader of Russia.
Click the like button, you motherfucker.
The leader of Russia playing Sonic Colors.
No.